Imagine a quiet street in Washington, D.C. It is late at night. A dark car stops outside an office building. A man in a suit quickly enters. Inside, he looks at maps and secret papers. These papers could change world events. Outside, nobody knows what is going on. This is the world of spies and secrets. This is the world of the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. Before the CIA, America did not have one big secret service. In World War II, the U.S. had a spy group called the OSS, Office of Strategic Services. But after the war ended in 1945, the OSS was shut down. The world was changing fast. There was a new enemy, the Soviet Union. Both America and the Soviet Union wanted to know what the other side was doing. So, in 1947, President Harry Truman created a new agency, the CIA. The CIA's purpose was simple, but very important: to gather intelligence. This means collecting information about other countries, their leaders, their armies, their plans. The CIA would look for this information in secret ways. It would also give advice to America's leaders. That advice would help them make better decisions. In its first years, the CIA was small but determined. It sent spies to Europe to watch Soviet forces. Its agents spoke many languages and moved like shadows. They wrote reports about communist leaders and new Soviet weapons. The CIA also helped America in secret missions. One of its first big jobs was to support anti-communist movements in Europe. It gave money and radios to people who fought against Soviet control. In 1953, the CIA even helped plan a famous secret operation in Iran. Its agents worked with local leaders to change Iran's government. This gave the U.S. control over oil and kept the Soviet Union out. The CIA did a similar job in Guatemala in 1954. But these secret operations had risks. They often created anger in other countries. Many people did not trust the CIA. Still, the CIA kept working. During the Cold War, the CIA became famous and feared around the world. In the 1960s, the CIA tried to stop Fidel Castro in Cuba. The most famous plan was the Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. The CIA trained Cuban refugees to attack the island, but it failed. This was an embarrassment for the U.S. The CIA also kept an eye on the Soviet Union. Its agents read secret messages, followed Soviet spies, and tried to turn Soviet leaders into American friends. The CIA had special spy planes like the U-2. U-2 pilots flew very high to take pictures of Soviet military bases. During this time, the CIA also fought in Vietnam. It supported anti-communist forces and looked for secret paths used by enemy soldiers. Some of these operations were very dangerous. And at home in the U.S., the CIA also changed. It became more careful and more secretive. The public sometimes heard about its work in the news. Some people thought the CIA was too powerful. They thought it did whatever it wanted. When the Soviet Union fell in 1991, the world looked very different. The Cold War was over. The CIA had to find new goals. It focused more on terrorism, drug trafficking, and stopping nuclear weapons. In the 1990s, CIA agents followed terrorist groups like Al-Qaeda. They read phone messages and followed money. But their biggest test came on the 11th of September, 2001. On that day, terrorists flew airplanes into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. Almost 3,000 people died. After 9/11s, the CIA changed forever. It worked closely with the U.S. military and the FBI. It searched for Osama bin Laden and other terrorist leaders. In 2011, the CIA found bin Laden's house in Pakistan. Special American soldiers went in and killed him. This was one of the most famous CIA operations ever. Today, the CIA faces new enemies. Cyber attacks can come from anywhere from countries like Russia or China or from criminal hackers. The CIA watches these new threats. It also looks at things like fake news and election interference. And there is more. The CIA still collects information about leaders like North Korea's Kim Jong-un. It watches conflicts in the Middle East, Africa, and other places. It also works to stop terrorists before they can attack. The CIA is one of the most famous secret agencies in the world. Its agents live double lives. Its work can change history for better or worse. Over the years, the CIA has helped America stay safe, but it also made mistakes. It supported leaders who hurt their people. Some secret missions failed and created hate. Still, the CIA's work is part of America's history. It shaped the Cold War. It played a role in many big events. Many movies and books tell stories about spies because of the CIA. And when people think of America's secret power, they often picture the CIA. The CIA's legacy is complicated. It reminds us that the world is not always black and white. Sometimes people must do difficult things in secret, even if they are not perfect. More than 70 years after it began, the CIA is still watching, listening, and learning. It is a secret part of America's defense. Its story is one of danger, courage, and mystery. And it reminds us that history is shaped not only by big battles and famous leaders, but also by quiet people who work in the shadows. Here are some useful words and phrases you can learn from this story. Agency, an official group that does a specific job. Intelligence, secret information about other countries or groups. Spy, someone who secretly collects information. Mission, an important job, often secret or dangerous. Agent, a person who works for a secret agency like the CIA. Secretive, keeping something hidden from other people. Operations, planned actions, often in secret. Communism, a political system where the government controls everything. Cold War, the long fight between the US and Soviet Union without direct war. Embassy, an office in another country that represents your own country. Refugee, someone who must leave their home to stay safe. Overthrow, to remove a government by force. Recruit, to find new people to join a group or job. Surveillance, watching someone or something closely. Cyber attack, an attack using computers or the internet. Terrorist, someone who uses violence for political goals. Sabotage, to secretly destroy something to stop an enemy. Advisor, someone who gives advice to a leader. Encryption, turning messages into secret code. Legacy, something that is left behind and remembered after someone is gone. Conflict, serious disagreement, often with fighting. Investigation, a careful search for facts or information. Secure, to protect or make safe. Double agent, a spy who secretly works for two sides. Shadow, a dark shape or figure, also used to mean someone who follows secretly. Recruitment, the process of finding new people for a group. Top secret, highly secret, and not allowed to be shared. Operation room, a place where special missions are planned. Learning a new language opens up a whole new world, and every word you learn is one step closer to that world. So keep going, stay curious, and practice every day. If you enjoyed this story and want more lessons like this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend who loves learning too. Let's make language learning fun together. Your next breakthrough is closer than you think.